14 am. You are 20 years old. Engine off. Wind in the wires. The ground is close now. Close enough to smell the smoke of German cook fires. Close enough to hear a dog barking somewhere below. Behind you, your navigator whispers a number. Altitude. You don't answer. Talking makes noise, and noise tonight is death. Somewhere below, a searchlight begins to turn. You have flown into this exact silence 11 times tonight. Your arms already ache. Your eyes already burn. And you do not know yet if you will fly out of this silence a 12th time. Pull back 6 hours. It's late afternoon, spring 1943, on an airfield that is really just a flattened wheat field near the Kuban River. Mud still clings to the tents from last week's rain. You sleep in a dugout with 9 other women, all of you stacked on wooden bunks, coats doubling as blankets. Your plain canvas wings, plywood frame, a machine built to train teenagers, not fight wars, sits waiting at the tree line, with a chalk name someone painted on the nose in your honor. You are a pilot in the 588th Night Bomber Regiment. Every navigator, mechanic, and armorer here is a woman. The men on the front line still don't quite believe it when they hear who's dropping bombs on them at night. Some of them have started leaving offerings chocolate, cigarettes for the witches they can't catch. In your coat pocket is a letter, half written, to your mother. You've been carrying it for 4 days. You don't know how to finish it. You don't know how to tell her what this actually feels like. Your navigator, Katya, is checking maps by the wing. She's 19. She hums when she's nervous. She's humming now, low, almost under her breath, a folk tune from somewhere near Voronezh. And there's a fear you haven't told anyone, not about dying, about the searchlights, about being seen, caught, pinned white against the sky with nowhere left to hide. Tonight, for the first time in weeks, command warns you, German night fighters are hunting specifically for Po-2s now. They've learned your silence. They're listening for it. The sun is dropping behind the tree line, turning the wheat gold, then gray. Your war's about to start. Before dark, there's ritual. You check the plane yourself, you always do. Run your palm along the wing struts. Test the wire tension by feel. No armor plating to inspect, because there is none. No radio, because there is none. Just fabric, wood, wire, and a compass, and whatever nerve you brought with you tonight. The armorers load bombs onto racks slung under the wings. Small bombs, not enough to level a building, but enough to keep a German battalion awake, afraid, exhausted, before dawn even comes for them. One of the armorers, an older woman named Vera, taps the fuselage twice for luck before every crew takes off. She's done it for you 60-some nights running. You'd never fly without it now. You eat black bread and weak tea, sitting on a supply crate. Boots still damp from the mud. Someone laughs at something across the field. For a moment it feels almost normal, like girls at a summer camp. Not women flying into anti-aircraft fire 12 times a night. Katya finds you there. She doesn't ask about the letter. She just sits close, shoulder to shoulder, the way you've done 100 nights before missions. 18 sorties tonight, she says. That's what they're asking. 18 takeoff, glide, drop, turn home, refuel, rearm. Again, no parachutes issued to your regiment command. Decided the extra weight cost more lives than it saved. More bombs carried, more damage done. You've made peace with that arithmetic. Mostly, some nights it still keeps you awake. As dusk falls, the engines start one by one down the line. A stuttering cough of a sound rolling across the field like a wave. Yours catches on the second try. Vera taps the fuselage. You lift off into a sky already the color of a bruise. The first sorties go the way they always do. Climb, throttle back. Engine cut at the final approach, and then that sound, the one the Germans have started to fear, the one that gives your regiment its name. A broomstick through the night air, nothing more. Bombs away, released by hand, one pull of a lever, no gauges to confirm it. Engine back on. Home by the 9th sortie, your arms ache from hauling those levers again and again. Your eyes burn from staring into darkness for shapes that shouldn't be there. Katja's voice behind you has gone flat with fatigue, calling headings by rote. On the 10th, as you climb back into the sky, you see it, a new light on the horizon that isn't a star. It's moving. You watch it track, slow, deliberate, sweeping in long arcs, like something searching for a specific shape in the dark. Not a random searchlight sweep. A hunt. Katja sees it too. She stops humming. Command was right. There's a night fighter working this sector tonight, patient, listening for the exact silence you rely on to survive. The silence that used to be your only weapon and now might be the thing that gives you away. You cut the engine early. Too early, maybe. The plane goes quiet, and so does everything in you. Even your breathing feels loud. Glide, glide, wind in the wires, the only sound left in the whole world. Below, the light stops moving. It's found something. Not you, not yet. Somewhere off your left wing, another Po-2 is caught, pinned white against the dark, wings flashing silver for one terrible second. You hear the fighter before you see it, a growl high and fast, cutting toward the light like something released from a leash. You cannot help. You cannot warn her. All you can do is glide and hope and drop your own bombs exactly where they're needed, because the mission does not stop for fear, and grief has to wait its turn. The light below you flickers, then goes out. You don't know if that means she got away or if it means something else entirely. Your hands are shaking on the stick. Katja's voice comes low behind you. Eyes forward. Fly the plane. You fly the plane. Target ahead, a supply road choked with German trucks, drivers who think the dark still belongs to them. You glide the last 500 meters in that terrible silence, engine dead, altitude bleeding away fast. Nothing between you and the ground but wood and cloth and nerve, and a girl behind you calling out distances in a whisper. The searchlight from before begins sweeping again. Hunting new prey. Hunting you. It crosses your left wingtip, keeps moving. For half a second you let yourself believe it's passed you by. You release the bombs by hand, feel the plane lurch lighter, and restart the engine in the same motion. The cough, the catch, the roar, and now speed is the only shield you have, because the sound has given you away, and there is no more pretending to be a shadow in the dark. Tracer fire climbs somewhere behind you, wild, chasing sound instead of sight, threading orange lines through the black. You bank hard. The old wood frame groans, wires singing under the strain. Katja grips the seat rail and doesn't make a sound, doesn't need to. You can feel her fear the same way you feel your own, sitting right there behind your ribs. Then nothing. No tracers. No light. Just engine noise and cold wind and your own heartbeat filling the cockpit like a second engine. You made it through. You don't know yet about the other plane, the one whose light went dark on your left wing an hour ago. You won't know until you land, until you count the aircraft coming home one by one, until you see which chalk name on which nose does not return to the revetment tonight. For now, there is only the flying, the dark. The next sortie waiting after this one, because the war does not pause for grief. Not yet. Not until the sun comes up. You land for the last time near 4am. 18 sorties, as ordered. Your hands won't stop trembling as you climb down from the cockpit, legs stiff, ears still ringing with engine noise even in the quiet. The count comes back. 1 crew lost tonight. Not yours. Not Katja's. A friend 2 dugouts down. A girl who used to trade cigarettes for chocolate and sing off-key in the mess tent, gone into the dark over the Kuban and not returned. No one says her name out loud yet. It's too soon. Someone will. Tomorrow, you sit by the plane a long while, coat pulled tight against the cold. Katja sits with you, not humming now, just watching the sky go from black to gray. Before sleep finds you, you finish the letter to your mother. You don't write about the searchlights, or the fighter, or the light that went out on your left wing. You write that you are well, that the wheat here is starting to green, that you'll write again soon. It's not a lie. It's just not the whole truth. Some things a mother shouldn't have to carry across a war she can't see. You never learn whether the German night fighter pilot hunting you that night was young too, scared too, writing his own unfinished letter somewhere on the other side of that same dark sky. More than 23,000 sorties were flown by pilots like her teenagers, mostly armed with wood, canvas, and nerve, against a war that never once slowed down to notice their age. Tomorrow night you'll be back in that cockpit, counting sorties again. But tomorrow we go to the other side of that searchlight into the cockpit of the man hunting the dark for witches.